because of a boyfriend.
Orange from the cheese puffs.
Amazing. I don't understand what's going on. Morning, you guys, and welcome to a new YouTube video here on our cozy corner of the internet. If you're new here, my name is Andy, and we're doing all bookish, gameish, media, fun content here. So if it sounds like something you enjoy, thank you for joining me here. If you're returning, kisses, thank you for coming back. So on today's vlog, I was thinking we could read some very exciting new releases that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. And what I'm thinking we could do is read stuff like Women Down and In Her Own League by Tomforde. And also we will see if we're gonna add maybe a third book for this vlog. Still undecided there. But let's just start with the good ones. And I'm gonna start with Woman Down here by Colleen Hoover. So if you know and you've been around for a bit, I'm a huge Colleen Hoover fan. I think I've read most of her books. I think around 80% of them, something like that. And I'm actually thinking to make a video like an author guided, maybe if it sounds fun to you. But yeah, I've been extremely excited about this book. And as you can see, I started and it's about 30% in, something like that. So far, I'm very intrigued. And I'm very much looking forward to see exactly what's gonna happen. The whole story is around a writer called Petra Rose. And she's basically in a bit of a situation, let's call it that without giving spoilers, and she's finding herself in a bit of a slump, if you want. Until she finds this very interesting guy that becomes a sort of her muse, to say the least. Now, as I mentioned, I'm around 30% point of this book. So far, I'm very intrigued. And things starting to happen between our two main characters. So I'm very much looking forward to deep dive into this and keep you posted on the progress. So, yeah, let's just continue reading, and I'm gonna see you in a few seconds with my next update. And of course, we need a good coffee to go with the vibe. Yep, main character energy indeed. They finally kiss, you guys. It's about 40% in, something like that. Okay guys, I need to read you a passage here. So it's a conversation text between them, and he goes, our chemistry and love, those are the characters that Petra is writing about. And she goes, he's very much in love. Let's pause there. Kiss, you know. Then he goes, so you're wondering how two people who are in love would navigate a normal night together. Hold on. When one of these characters is married. And she goes, yeah, exactly that. Then he goes, it sounds like you will need to experience it firsthand. Research can only go so far, my monsieur. Mr. Saint, what are we implying here? Quick note, you guys. So they are role playing as the characters she's writing. Okay, that's new. I've heard of a lot of kinky role plays, but this one is just be the new one. But it's fun, so much fun. I don't understand what's going on. So the whole power outage scene made me rethink everything. So I've been reading some very interesting stuff in general. Now this is something else. And you know, I was mentioning too that I absolutely love how they role play with the character that she's writing, basically as a semi sort of an inspiration so she can write better along those lines. Yeah, I think they just took that to a whole new level. And okay, if we move past that scene, okay, it's slightly disturbing, slightly sexy to a certain extent, if you know, you know. But then her husband is here. Like, what? Is it just me, or where did the husband come from? I had no idea she had a husband. Maybe it was mentioned and I just missed it at the beginning. Anyway, I was completely shocked of the fact that she has a husband, first and foremost, and then just appearing out of nowhere, like, what? Anyway, so he's coming, and the kids and everything. But then she's texting him that, hey, you know, my husband is here, so stay the F away. And then he appears, you guys. He comes all in uniform and all trying to just look superior and, I don't know, freak the shit out of her. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of the whole cheating trope, so I don't quite approve, you know. Anyway, I'm very intrigued because he does seem a bit like a sociopath in this. Not gonna lie. But I love it. I'm eating it up, you guys, so I've been devouring this book. I'm gonna finish this book right here, right now. I'm not sure what I'm in for, so wish me good luck. And yeah, I'm gonna have to see you in a bit and update you on basically the end of the book, because that's exactly what's coming now. We've been reading Woman Down for the past few days, something like that. And I've kept seeing messages that I should be reading the last two chapters of Woman Down with you. So I was thinking, why not? Let's just do that really quick here. I'm almost finished with it, so I'm preparing to, you know, film the wrap-ups and everything, that all the goodies there. But I explicitly left the last two chapters here so we can read them together. So let's just do that and see how this book is gonna end. I'm very intrigued though. I'm not gonna say anything beforehand. I just want to say that at this point it's around the 3.5 mark, something like that. I love Colleen Hoover. I think I mentioned, you already know that, but at this point we are sitting around 3.5 with this book. So let's see what the last two chapters bring and if that grade can be ramped up. And yeah, let's do this. And we are here at chapter 24. I just wanted to say she's petty. This looks suspicious, you guys. I thought of a few possibilities, and this crossed my mind, but somehow Nora was never on the list for some reason. I don't know. What the actual fuck? Okay, so we are at the last chapter. So we are at 25 here. And Colleen is notoriously known for the last sentence, the last phrase in the book, something like that. And I'm very curious, because so far... let's just finish and then we can chat later. Okay. Okay. Okay, I love the finale. Okay. So as you could see, let's just quickly chat about it. Okay. So as you could see, we just finished Woman Down. I don't know what I think about it, you guys. So I did like it. It was not a bad book, okay? Far from it. It was on average, up to the fact that I actually quite liked it in the end. Now, is it the best book of Colleen Hoover? No. Was it enjoyable? Yes. Would I recommend it to you? Yeah, sure. If you're a fan and if you like her, then sure, go for it. I think you would really enjoy it. But I have to admit with you that I am slightly disappointed. I was somehow expecting more. You know, that kick, that something else. I do think that her last sentence was still as iconic as all of her last sentences, that usually makes everything so much different and so... But I don't think that the punchline, the punch point, the plot twist was such a twist. You know what I mean? I did see it slightly coming. So I was thinking when he showed up and the whole thing that actually Saint was not his real name and his real name is Eric, and what was the fuck was going on, and I was like, okay, either he's a sociopath and we're moving this whole book into a thriller type of a book, or everything was arranged. And when he told Mary the story that, you know, I've been here, I've been hired, she knows I'm here, it's just for the book, that made me think that there's something really fishy down there. Now, I think he went over the line with the whole role-playing thing, sure. Did I really enjoy the blackout scene? In a very disturbing way, yes. But I do think it was a bit slightly disturbing, but you know, in a dysfunctional type of way, I actually enjoyed it. But yeah, the whole finale, that Nora was the one that actually hired him, you know, well, not hired because they were friends, but you know what I mean, was okay, I guess. Maybe I was expecting a bit more. Maybe I was waiting for that punchline, for that kick in the gut, you know. So yeah, slightly disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. The last two chapters were okay, I guess. I mean, nothing wow, nothing amazing. My mind wasn't blown, if that was the question. I'm gonna stick with a 3.5 for this book. It's around the general line of her books. Very enjoyable, very snacky. It will definitely take you out of any slump you may have, like all of her books. And as I mentioned, I really love Colleen Hoover. This was just not my favorite from her. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's it for Woman Down. I think we should most probably later today we're gonna start a new book, and I'm thinking to finally start reading In Her Own League by Tomforde, which is the spin-off from the Windy City series. And oh my god, I'm so excited, you guys. I've been loving Monty since Caught Up. He's absolutely phenomenal. I love that man. He's the ultimate DILF. He was always that DILF energy, you know. But yeah, we're gonna start that book. I have very high expectations, and I'm so excited to get back into the whole universe. It's just unreal. So yeah, we're gonna do that later today. I'm just gonna keep you posted on what we're doing, how we're doing, any progress. I have to warn you though, I might binge it like in one sitting type of it, because I'm absolutely obsessed with the series. All the other books, I think I finished them in 4 days, something like that, the whole series, just because I was so locked in, so obsessed. It was unreal. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to you when we start reading that. Guys, so why did no one thought of telling me that the light was absolute crap in the video that we just filmed? Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna pretend that the light was artistic, was intentional, okay? Let's just do that. Okay, see you in a bit. morning, you guys. So we are back. As I promised you yesterday, when we finish Woman Down, we're gonna start in her own league. Now, I also mentioned I'm not very good at updating you yet. So unfortunately, I have to say that I almost finished this book, and I'm obsessed, you guys. I still have like around 100 pages left, and as you can see, I just took a shower and I'm about to get ready because today's filming day. But I did want to update you on how we are so far. Better late than never, I guess. And yeah, just to quick summary, this whole book is about Emmett Montgomery, which is our beloved baseball coach. We met him in Co-op, which is the third book in the Windy City series. If you haven't read that, make sure you do, because it's 10 out of 10 amazing. I cannot recommend that series enough. Anyway, and this is his story basically of him and our new owner of the baseball club, if you want. Her name is Reese. And yeah, we have a bunch of tropes in it. So first of all, we have an age gap because it's around 10-ish years in between them, something like that. So first of all, we have the age gap. We have the boss employee, and she's the boss and he's the employee trope. Here we have plus size, because she is a plus size woman and she's absolutely badass. I think she was in the top 10 FMCs of mine. Maybe we're gonna do a video about that. Pin in that note. Okay. And yeah, that's the whole story. Basically, it's slightly a bit of enemies to lovers, but it's not a traditional say. They keep, especially at the end of Rewind It Back, they kept poking each other constantly and constantly. They were always there, pokey. But yeah, well, at this point, she actually took the baseball team from her grandfather, and she starts running things basically. So she's his direct superior, his direct boss. From that point on, they start to work together. They face different situations in which she's basically put because of being a woman in sports, especially in such a high position. And she's very young because she has around 30 something, 35, I think I want to say. I'm gonna correct myself on the screen because I don't remember exactly her age. 30 something, I know that for sure. And yeah, that's basically around the lines, just to give you a general idea, no spoilers. Now, Mr. Monty Montgomery is something else. So if you thought that the rest of the boys in the Windy City series are a catch, you should read about Monty. This man, he's the ultimate dilf. Okay? So he's just something else. He's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm completely obsessed with this man. I cannot wait to end this book in a way, but in another way, I don't want it to be over because I really love the series and I just don't want it to be done. Anyway, I do think this book's absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to finish it, and I think that's basically what we're about to do now. So yeah, let's go finish this bad boy, and yeah, let's say we're gonna chat when we're finishing. I also want to give you some quotes, but bear with me, because right now I need to go and get ready, and most probably I'm gonna finish the book in an audiobook form or something. See you in a second for you. Okay, guys, so we're ready to start filming, but I have to talk to you about In Her Own League before we start. It's just fun. Okay, so I just finished In Her Own League, as I was mentioning, and I'm just obsessed. How can you be this freakingly amazing? So, Mr. Montgomery, our friend Monty is how do you say something else? I fear I have a new gut tear, and I'm not even sorry about it. I I absolutely love this book. So the whole forbidden romance, the whole dynamic between them, being on and off and picking at each other and being very pokey. I think that's the best word, pokey with each other. It's just phenomenal. So nice, so spicy, but in a very good way. There is, of course, some spice, as in all Listom for these books, but it's so well done, and the passion between them and the whole connection is just, what you would wish to have at some point with someone. That's exactly what this book is. It just, it put hope back in humanity, into the real world, into whatever you want. It's just, I am completely, utterly obsessed. I cannot tell you how much I am love this book. It's surreal. It's simply surreal. So yeah, this is officially our new 6-star book to the whole top. If someone is counting, if not, I'm gonna make a video about it just to be sure. But yeah, this is our first 6 book of the year, and it's just amazing. If you haven't picked it up yet, just please make sure you do. Is it mandatory to read the others? No, but it's highly recommended in my opinion. So it's gonna spoil a few things, especially Caught Up, which is the third book in the series, and I think I previously told you. But aside from that, well, it's his independent story at the end of the day. I would recommend you read that one before you read In Her Own League, but in the end, you do you. You have fun the way you do it. Whatever you make, just make sure you read this book. It's phenomenal. It's something else. So yeah, now that that is done, I just realized, guys, I promised you some quotes. Let me just get my phone. Okay, you ready? This is the first quote I noted here. Don't First of all, don't tell me what to do is like the ultimate quote of this book. It's just something else. That's on one hand. Then let's see. How lucky am I to have found the person I love most in the place I love most? I'm dying. How can you be this cute? Another one. I will tell them that they're right. I'm not the right man for the job. I'm the right woman. Next question. Have I mentioned how much I love Miss Reese here? She's just so badass and so powerful and so empowering. So I love her. Love, love, love. Anyway, next. You know I respect you, right? I roll my ass. Yes, of course I do. Good. Remember that, because it's about to seem like I don't. Mr. Montgomery. If you know, you know. Next. We were two people who were lonelier than we realized and only found each other because we had the same hiding place. Next. Fitting for you to wear black tonight. My heart practically stopped when you walked in. Oh, Mr. Monty. Yes. Yes. Another one. She's soft everywhere, and I fucking love that. I love that she doesn't hide it either. She's confident in her body and my type to a T. It's a bit of a motivation. I need to start my next set because, yeah, she's my type. I lift heavy for a reason. I think that's my favorite quote from the entire book. And somehow, all the best quotes, or most of the best quotes, are his. Just. There is the fire me quote that I think most people already know, so I'm not gonna tackle that one. But I have one last one for you, and then I'm actually gonna start filming for another video that you're gonna see soon. And just stop talking about this book because I may never be able to stop talking about it. Last quote. His callous hand circled my throat. Light pressure, warm skin. You were right. I attempt to hide my moan. About what? My hand. His eyes appraisingly assess my neck. It does make an awfully pretty necklace. The spice in this book, you guys, is something else. Something else, I tell you. Unbelievable. No. I love it. I just love it so much. Okay. done. Now I'm actually done talking. I'm gonna start filming what I have to film here, and I'm gonna see you a bit later when we're gonna start The Night We Met by Jimenez. See you in a bit. Okay, guys. So we finished filming for today, and I also started The Night We Met by Jimenez, and I'm about 30% in, and I was thinking, hey, let's actually update my people watching here instead of just devouring without saying a peep. How about that for a change? Okay, so I'm about 30% into the book, and so far where the beginning is so promising. I am very excited, and it's so funny. So I've been literally laughing out loud a bunch, and that dog is the most hilarious thing ever, and the whole. So first of all, I still imagine him orange from the cheese puffs. He's just something else. And then the whole snake scene that was just had me on the floor. I was laughing my ass off, you guys. It was just so freaking hilarious. I cannot tell you how much I laughed at that scene. It was just something else. And the fact that he has a deer phobia. Oh my god, poor guy had no chance. And they're making such a adorable couple. Plus, P.S. Mike is an ass. I really hope it's not gonna be one. I mean, I'm 90% positive that she's gonna end up with Chris, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be because they make such an amazing pair. But oh my god, I cannot stand that guy. What this the fuck is he doing here? He has nothing to do here. Nothing. It's just no, no, no. Anyway, now you'll have to excuse me because I will have to go and continue this read and then update you a tiny little bit later. How about that? See you in a bit, guys. I read most of it last night actually, about 60 something, 70%, something like that. So I was thinking I should update you really quick just because otherwise I will forget to do it altogether. And yeah, just a quick note. I love Chris. He's the sweetheart. He's the most. He bought an EpiPen to have that just for his peace of mind because he was worried that hers may not work when they were at the cabin and everything. Oh my god, he was so sweet. I cannot comprehend how adorable and how sweet is that guy, and the fact that even though they're not talking due to reasons, if you know, you know, he still wakes up and cleans her pavement of snow just because the ass of a boyfriend doesn't anything. Oh my fucking god, I cannot stand Mike. I mean, I get he has some trauma and some shit going on. Totally understand it, totally sympathize with that. But dude, come on, you cannot compare the two. Instead, he will never end up on top. And yeah, I know his intentions are good. He's most probably a sweet guy. He doesn't seem to be like a bad guy. He's just they're just not the right pair for each other. So they are dragging this for so long. So yeah, they are about to move in together actually, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I do really hope they will, you know, split up pretty soon. I'm sorry. I know that's a mean thing to say, but I'm just waiting for the moment that in which Mike will be off the picture and Chris will be officially. And if she won't take him, I will. I volunteer. A Katniss moment here, I volunteer. Anyway, yeah, so that's my quick update on the book. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait, it's right here. I cannot wait to finish it tonight, most probably. And yeah, I will update you tomorrow, I think. So yeah, wish me good luck. If they don't end up together pretty soon, I'm gonna be pissed. So also I hope there won't be a twist type of a situation in which they don't end up together, because then I'm gonna be very pissed. Be right back with final thoughts.
Okay, perfect, you guys. So I think we're ready to wrap up. I finally finished The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. And I have thoughts. So I clearly have thoughts. So the book ended up being a 4 star for me. And to be honest, I had quite high expectations of this book, and especially Abby Jimenez in general, because I only heard very good things about her. And this was actually my first read of her. So I was very much curious to see what's gonna all be about. Not sure if it was the best, the worst, first choice. I have no idea. All in all, to be honest, I actually really loved it. So I rated it a 4 star just because at some point I felt that certain parts were a bit too long, maybe a bit delayed, just there to delay the end result. Now, another thing that I did not like, and this was the fact that for about 80% of the book, she still dated the same guy. So that really irked me, to be honest with you, because she was dating him for most of the book, and we were seeing how bad he is for her, and not because he was a bad guy, because he was obviously going through some stuff. He was just not the guy for her. And I think he also suffered the problem of the comparison, because we also had Chris, and Chris is absolutely phenomenal. He's like the ultimate sweet puppy guy. He did so many things for her. He was just so, it's surreal, to be honest, how sweet and nice he was. He was actually, I absolutely loved the fact that his way of showing love was through act of service. I'm not sure, I most probably I have already mentioned that, but if not, I'm doing it again. Yeah, I absolutely love the fact that his love language was act of service, and the fact that, again, he literally woke up at 5 freaking a.m. just to clean her pad so she won't have to before work. I think that's absolutely phenomenal. So I really, really love their dynamic. I love the character. I love how things change and progress. I just feel like, I know it was intended to be a slow burn. I think it was just burning too slow at times, and to say, yeah, to say it like that. All in all, I really enjoyed it. I give it a 4 stars. I am thinking to read some more Abby Jimenez, and maybe we'll do a whole vlog about it. Let me know, be a good idea. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. But yeah, now to wrap up the whole vlog, we did read 3 books. So we have The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. We also have In Her Own League here by Liz Tomforde, and last but not least, Woman Down by Colleen Hoover. Now we have here all 3 books. And I'm not gonna lie with you, this is a very, very good lineup. I was extremely excited by all 3 of them. But I do have to admit that the most excited I was by In Her Own League by Liston 40. And it totally delivered. I was absolutely obsessed. It's a god tier. It is just phenomenal. As I think I already mentioned. So all in all, I was pretty pleased with what we had here. We had the 3.5, we had the 4, and we also have a new god tier 5 star, which is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, let me know down there in the comments if you decide to read any of this, if you already read them, what you thought of them. Let's just chat a bit more. And if you watch up to this point, thank you very much. I love you the most. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. And until next time, stay cozy in your chaos, you guys. Bye.